Now go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling to order the Warrenville Public Library District Regular Board of Trustees meeting for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024 at 7:01 p.m. Roll call would be Trustee DeRocher absent. Trustee Luzon absent. Trustee Pika absent. Trustee Richardson.
Here.
Trustee Schmidt.
Here.
Trustee Stowe.
Here.
And Trustee Warren is also here. As also attending, directors, executive director Jason Stillman, IT manager Duncan Jones, HR manager Ian Stevens, public services manager Paul Doverstein, member services manager Laurie Rex, acquisitions and cataloging manager Mary Kelly Marquez, and marketing and communications manager Kathy Gators. And assistant business director Jackie Davis.
Yes.
And
7:03, the trustee was on.
Trustee Luzon.
Here.
Present. Good. I think we're ready to rock and roll. I need an approval of the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda and then we remove the item number 19 session. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Trustee Luzon.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Stowe.
Aye.
And Trustee Warren votes aye, yes. The
Motion carries.
carries. Are there any presentations today? No. Any public comments? Any correspondence? Nope. Moving on to the consent agenda, if I could ask the secretary to read the consent agenda.
Certainly. Item A, approved minutes of the December 12th, 2023 regular board meeting. Item B, receive and file financial report for December 2024. 2020, yeah, for 2023 correction.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll move. Kai Schmidt.
Okay.
Second.
Second, Trustee Luzon. All in favor?
Aye. Aye. Aye.
Aye. Carries. Regular agenda, we read that.
I move we pay invoices in the amount of $97,818.40 for the period of December 14th, 2023 through January 17th, 2024, including electronic payments and checks numbers 9734 through 9786. Second.
See, this is money, so I guess we do roll call vote on that. So Trustee Luzon.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Stoll.
Aye.
And Trustee Warren votes aye too. Carries. And now to get the money over.
I move we transfer $225,000 from commercial checking account to operating checking account. A second.
Second. Trustee Schmidt. Trustee Luzon.
Aye.
Trustee Schmidt.
Aye.
Trustee Richardson.
Aye.
Trustee Stoll.
Aye.
And Trustee Warren votes aye too. Carries. see. Any information on the air conditioning screen project?
Yes, it is moving along. We have gone with top rail fence. And one of the checks tonight is the first half payment for them. So they're tentatively scheduled to start work on March 7th for but supposedly they can do it. So we're getting a 9-foot tall wood fence to go around both of the units. So the price was $6,287 total, which is way cheaper than the sound absorption fencing that we had looked at. I can't remember what that was, but I think it was at least 70,000, if not 80,000. So it's a far cry. So this is much more palatable. So I'm very excited about that. This week, after I had already submitted the packet, this week I applied for the permit online with the city website. So I don't know how long that process takes, but waiting to hear back on that. And then the fence guy seemed to think that maybe we'd be okay without it, but I think just in general, since we've had property swaps and whatnot, I initiated with the company that did the plat of dedication to get us a new updated plat of survey. Select all of the new changes. So whether it's the fence or whether it's somebody arguing about parking or whether it's a fountain or a sculpture or any of the other things, hopefully once we get this done, we'll have a brand new up-to-date plat of survey that will defend all of our property and anyone arguing against it. So we got that in the works too. I don't know exactly how the time will go with that and the fencing book, but one way or another in the spring we'll have that done and we'll have the fencing done. And then once the fencing is put in, then we will got a nice list of native plants and shrubs that kind of gave us. So we'll probably still go with our landscaping company, but say we would like some of these weeds, and they can give us a little plan, and then we'll submit the permit for that. I think we are well on our way, and we will definitely have it all done by the May 31st deadline. So,
You need a permit to plant bushes.
I think so.
I think we have.
We've never done
a plan.
We've
Or
never done
we at
that.
least have to give them the plan.
Yeah,
Since
we
it's
have-
part of the code was to have landscaping to soften the aesthetic of the
Okay.
screening. So whether it's an actual permit or whether it's just to send it over and say, hey, this is what we're gonna do now that we have a fence up, soften the aesthetic, and they say, great, and then we can go. I mean, there's already some landscaping out there, so I can't imagine. I had already asked, we don't have to like inch for inch cover the whole
Yeah.
fence. So
Yeah.
it's to soften the aesthetic, so I can't imagine that we need that much. But when we get to that one. But anyway, I am much happier with the cost of it all. So, and I'm glad that it is moving forward. That's the update about the screen project.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Does anybody have any questions or concerns? Or?
Moving on to new business policy 150 open meetings act.
Yes, so I had meant to have more policies for review this month, but what with the holidays and me being off in December for various reasons, I didn't quite get as much done as I wanted. So I decided to start with a very simple policy. It's fairly rare bones. It hadn't been approved. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to approve, but it's essentially just a policy stating that we will follow the Open Meeting Act. I added a few more tidbits of information talking about director and trustees taking the training. Director and one appointed trustee will be the designated officers. And then I took out, so we had down at the bottom there the Attorney General's website with the URL. That URL no longer works. So I just decided to reference the website rather than actually list the URL because URLs are often changing in the world. So there's no sense in having to list that when it'll stop what you get. So pretty minimal changes. It's easy to do. So
So the one question I had,
sure.
so I see where it says that the Board of Trustees receives open meetings act training. Does it need to mention, like, I guess how often, like, you know, biannually or annually, or just, I mean, it's kind of.
Want to clarify that?
I mean, some of this, I mean, even some of what I added is somewhat unnecessary, just because in general, it's law that we're supposed to follow the Open Meetings Act. So
Okay.
by us stating some of these things, we're just kind of reaffirming that, yes, we're following the law. So we don't have to, I mean, we could add more, but it's essentially just detailing more of the law
Yeah.
that we're
And when
following.
the law changes, we have to change our policy.
So, but I think generally, I mean, we are following the fact that if you're a new trustee, you get the training. And then if you're the designated officer, you take that training every year. While you're the officer, I take it every year. So I mean, I could add that, but
No, that's fine.
I wasn't even sure if what I added was actually necessary, but it just otherwise seemed to be really, really short policy. So
I'm an editor.
any other suggestions or? Yeah, it's pretty bare bones, and it's just stating that we're following the law. Okay, so next month I'll have a clean copy for you to vote on.
Excellent. We'll look forward.
Along with a whole bunch of new ones to review.
And moving along to the director's report, which was mostly delivered here, I guess. So
It really was, like I said, with the holidays and time off because of my family and time off at the holidays anyway, there wasn't a whole lot to state. I need to forward to you all the response that I sent, but I completed that FOIA request. You all approved it in December. I submitted the per capita grant in December. Thing I wanted to highlight was Paul added a new online resource for homeschoolers. So I think that's really nice, super affordable as well. One of the checks is for that is for approval tonight. So highly affordable and useful. So, but I think it's a really nice resource. School families, I think, get overlooked, and so having an additional resource for them, that's great. One to add or say about it?
Yeah, Head and Integrity Services Department. They have been having school hangouts.
So that is about it for my report this month. That's not fairly simple.
excellent. We could proceed to questions that the managers would like to put out.
Hope everyone's participating in the winter reading challenge. Excellent. Still plenty of time to go, and it's March 2nd. Just have to read 1,000. Petition prize. What do you do with their loved ones?
Which logo?
Not the new one. That's a circle one.
Still getting rid of that.
press?
It's vintage.
Vintage.
Perfectly then.
Yes. Collector's items too, so it's.
Storage closets are very Kelly should be a TV show. That's what it sounds like.
Storage closets with night sounds like.
Oh.
I used to be in December, and that was something that
needed to get done and we had the time, so we kept it. It took up a lot.
Any other comments?
I just noticed the one book that I tried to get on the was not available, because I guess it's-
Possible, or who wants to publish your next word?
I saw a couple mentions of
Yeah,
bed bugs being reviewed or something, and what was that all about?
Brian Dowd, homelessness training that he offered, and he addresses it is because I guess unhoused population can oftentimes come to libraries, and bed bugs can live in books. So if someone has a bed bug infestation in their home or their place that they're residing, they can't transfer over to libraries, either on the person or in a book they hit and they have checked out or something like that. So it was interesting. Did you watch it? Yeah, it was very interesting. Just thing.
Charming.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the president's report.
just also a reminder that
Just a
next month's
reminder.
meeting starts earlier.
Yes, next month we have the final decennial committee meeting. Where you all will approve the final report.
Forward to that.
It's 6:30. Also talking about it at the last previous meeting, so hopefully half hour.
Proceeding to the treasurer's report.
Oh, everything looks good.
Secretary's report.
Everything looks good.
Committee reports. Any trustee comments?
Will it be interesting?
Are we no longer announce that? Should we make this?
Therein lies the good question.
Well, she's here.
And Kevin's comment.
Any other reports, comments, items for information and discussion? Well, perfect for a nice cold January evening. I think that then we have to move to that final anticipation of the evening for adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned at
At 7:20.